Okay, it's my timer. Okay, my ticker is ticking, so I guess I'm live. And y'all, please forgive me, but my allergies this morning, I woke up and yeah, I am draining and sneezing and all kind of stuff is going on. My eyes is running so I can't see. But anywho, I made it here and it's still dark outside, so therefore, um, yeah, I'm indoors for just a few minutes until I see the break of day outside. And because I'm indoors, I'm going to go over a couple of things while I'm in here. So let's get to it, shall we? Oh, I guess I better welcome gardening comrades. I am GMama Growz Hard in the Garden. Thank you for scrolling through, and I would appreciate your support of my channel by clicking that like button. This is my weedy pop-up where I'm working in my garden and I turn on my phone and show y'all what I got growing on. And today we are indoors for half and then I'm going outdoors for the other half. Let me check the chat right quick while I'm facing this way. Okay, so let me move this out of the way and spin around for my hashtag indoor radishes. And I forgot to check the days on this, but it has been a while since I started my radishes. And what I've noticed, and as far as my final thoughts on my radishes growing indoors, is that in order for the bulb, yeah, we'll be eating that later. In order for the bulb to form, it needs light. And this one started forming outside of the pot because it managed to reach the light. At least this is my conclusion. Not sure if it's true or not, but that's what I'm going to say. It needs light. So I probably won't put any more root crops in this pot unless it's around a light source like this. But the ones that are actually in the tabletop hydroponic unit did very well. And I'm harvesting these. Might as well get some today. But also what I noticed about my radishes is I planted a lot of mixed radishes. And also, that leaf is just in my way. And also, some radishes that I harvested from letting a radish bolt outside in my container. I let a radish bolt so I could collect the seeds, and I don't see any because it was the purple plum radish, unless they just did not germinate, to which I'm gonna try it again. Yes, I am. And all of the radishes either turn out to be breakfast radishes or round red radishes. I didn't see any other variety. I didn't see a white radish. Didn't see any of my purple plum radishes. But yeah, I'm going to finish harvesting these because I noticed that they're getting too much water again. Well, this one could be a plum radish, but no, I don't think so. It's kind of, well, they do be funny shaped. But anywho, let me check. Let me check this chat again. Hi. How many did I put in there? I'm not sure. I just dropped seeds on the top here, and I dropped seeds on the top here. I didn't count them, and I just got what came up. But I am going to drop some more seeds once I harvest these out of here. So yeah. And as far as my Elsis here grow kit, I am an associate with Elsis. You can find the disclaimer in my description, and you can find the link to this hydroponic grow kit also in my grow kit. I mean, in my description here. But anywho, I've started some new seedlings. Yes, I have, because it was time to clean, and these seedlings are going to go in a different pot. This is moringa and some more herbs. And let me check the chat again. Aaron, you have so many plants like my mother. Yes, I do have quite a few plants. This is the second row, and I have a misfire, to which I'll just take that out and put in another seedling of some sort. And I'm torturing myself with the callaloo again because it is delicious. And my cinnamon basil is in here also. I'm going to have to be a little more vigilant with my herbs because, yeah, I don't want them to get out of control. Regina here. I don't think these flowers are going to do anything because I had to go in and clean while she was fruiting. So, yeah, she might not have those tomatoes coming off of there. And down here are just more seedlings coming down here that I have. I brought this lemon balm in from outside, and for some reason the leaves started turning red. I don't know what's up with that. It does not seem to be bothering it, but okay, I'm cool with it. Let me check the chat again. Thank you so much. I appreciate your compliment. And I also brought my Piel, the sapo melon, also known as the Santa Claus melon, that I harvested last week. Yeah, I harvested last week, and I've been doing stuff and have not had time to check my melon. So give me 1 second. Let me get this tripod together. And that's exactly what I'm going to do, is cut this melon finally and see what it is tasting like, because I have never tried it. And this was my first season growing it all the way to fruition. I got one. There was a garden spider over there around my plants, and it's around my squash, so I think I may just go ahead on and remove the squash. And my apologies again, but I'm trying to do this tripod with one hand. And apparently that's going to be a feat that I need to continue. Okay, let me check the chat again. Jay's Life Out Loud, good morning. Don't cut. Oh yeah, nah, I'm gonna be careful with this knife, believe that. So let me set up on this tripod here. And I want to use this table, so yeah, I didn't weigh it, so I want to see how much it weighs. And hopefully I have enough room. Okay, nope. I gotta move back some. Okay. Let me move back some, so I can plug my scale up to, plug my scale up to, yeah, the plug, because it needs a plug. See if I can see the chat again. Nope. All right. So this is my Santa Claus melon that I had to harvest early because it had split all the way around outside out there. And I was like, oh no, I really want to try this melon. So I harvested it, and I don't know if it was ripe or not because I could not find the tendril. This was, again, once my first time growing it. So I want to see how much this little melon weighs. And I got it up to, okay, it's a little bit, a pound, at least a pound. I'm not sure how much it's supposed to weigh. But I'm sure it's more than a pound or two or even three. Let me check the chat again. Good morning, sis. Growing with Hussin', thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. I'm sure you're on your way to work. I'm finna try my Piel de Sapo Santa Claus melon here. Because I've been wanting to try it, and hopefully it's worth trying here. And I'm just indoors for a few minutes waiting on some daylight outside before I can go outside. The nights are getting longer here, so I can't be out there as early as I normally am. But here we go. And I don't know which way to cut it or nothing, but I'm cutting it this way. Wow, look at all those seeds. That is amazing. I guess it was ready. Ooh, it smells sweet. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, so I guess by his splitting, because the splits don't look like they went through, but out there, it looked like it went through. And this skin is too tough. I mean, it's, ooh, I cut through a seed. But anywho, I got plenty of seeds. Look at all the seeds. Like, wow. They're all in the middle, just like a cantaloupe. Yeah, that's what this reminds me of. A cantaloupe. Okay, so what I'm going to do is cut me off a small piece now that I see all the seeds are in the center. And oh boy, I'm gonna have to pick y'all up, I guess. I don't know how I'm gonna do this, but I guess I'm gonna have to take it off the tripod or something, cause yeah. Hang on one time, I'm gonna figure it out. But there we go. Whew. Okay, let me check the chat right quick before I taste this. Hey, Mel's Garden. Good morning. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. I'm tasting my Santa Claus melon for the first time. It smells sweet from here, so let's give it a good taste, huh? Mm-mm. 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 I am a bad descriptionist. I don't know what this tastes like. Okay, give me a couple more. Give me a couple more tastes. I really don't know what this tastes like. It is deliciously sweet. You know that. It smells great. Kind of like a pear, maybe. Reminiscent of a pear and a melon. If that's a thing, it is now. Because I just did it. Let me check the chat again. Good morning, Duval, City Girl Garden. Uh-oh, y'all. Please forgive me for talking with my mouth full, but yeah. Good morning, Jags. J3GS Farm. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. So, yeah. This is what I got going on in here. Let me check on. It looks like, yeah, I can see some daylight outside. But my Elsis Grow Kit here. How I became an associate is from doing my vlogs. The CEO of the company found my vlogs and wanted me to start instructing people on what they can grow and how they can grow indoors inside of their Elsis kits. So this is how I became an associate of the Elsis brand. I purchased this kit with my own money. I have the 4 tier and I've been using it over a year, going on 2 years now with my Elsis kit. And I've grown everything from tomatoes to beans, peppers, and they're coming out with extra things to enhance this system that I am so ready. Yes, I am ready for some new stuff because that's what it's all about for me, is getting new things because I've been growing for quite some time. I'm headed outdoors right now. And a lot of my stuff is breaking down. And it's breaking down because I actually use it. I don't just have it sitting in the corner. Okay, hang on. I got to get my tripod and my broom because I got to go out here with a broom because of these spiders out here putting up all these webs. And I ain't never tried to get out this door with one hand before. Or should I say one good working hand. But I'm working on it, y'all. Okay, hang on. Close my door. Uh-oh. And then I got to go back in because I got to get some stuff. But I got to make some adjustments out here right quick. And hopefully, again, one-handed, keep this clip together. Sorry, y'all. I'm trying. I am not a professional. That is what I am not. So, let me check the chat again. Then I'm going to spin y'all around and start doing stuff out here. Okay. And here we grow. Let me grab my this out the way. So, yeah, I gotta clear a path before I get to walking or I get a face full of spider webs. So I never did figure out what type of melon this is, but I'm about to take it out. And I still haven't figured out how I'm finna put these beans or anything because I would like to keep the beans, but at the same time, I just sowed some more beans. So, yeah. And I gotta come all the way over here because my raspberries are over here. And this is what I'm trying to get to. And look how, and that is awful. Powdery mildew, and it's spreading up here. Okay, but I gotta get back here to grab. Oh, what's going on with y'all, honey? My Arctic raspberries. Okay, I can't do it right now. I'm gonna have to get the tripod for this. Because, yeah, I gotta be prepared for whatever is over there. Okay, I think I'm good. I don't plan on walking around nowhere. Where did I just put the dog on? Oh, here it go. Tripod. And now I gotta raise it back up because I had to come outside. So give me a minute, y'all, and I'll get it together. I kind of figured out how to do it without all of the clickety clank clack. But yeah, is that from being dry or wet? I don't know. I'm gonna have to check when I go over there. Oh, is y'all hungry? Because it sure have been over a week since I've been out here to feed them. And y'all the only one that's turning yellow. And them flowers is big over there on that squash. And I can't even get to it because that spider web over there. And it's huge. Yeah, just knock it down. I have been. And every time I knock it down, guess what? They build it right back up. So knocking it down is irrelevant for them, especially since they eating real good apparently. So give me about 2.5 seconds, well, maybe a little bit longer than 2.5 seconds. I don't know where I could put y'all at. Probably should watch the porch because yeah, these critters should be coming up here. So I'll put y'all over here in case somebody come up on the porch while I'm not here. Oh, let me check that chat again. Give me everything should be at the door. I hope. If it ain't, oh well, I'm gonna have to make it do what it do with what I got. Good morning, Urban Gardening Chronicles. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Mike's Chaotic Gardening. Good morning. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Okay, I think I made it to the bottom. Give me about, yeah, just give me a minute. And once again, I apologize for all this coughing and sneezing and yeah. I'm draining in real life because my allergies are doing something crazy today. And I'm not sure what's going on with it. Do I got my gloves out there or no? We gonna hope we do. And hopefully this is all I need. So, what's going on? I'm about to have another plant party. Yeah, that's what I'm about to do. For, I don't know how many plants today, but I'm going to start with taking down this trellis right here that's got this mystery melon up there. I'm going to start by taking this down. I really don't want to lose my beans. Like I said, they had just started producing, but I got beans over here and I got beans planted over there in a hanging planter. So I'm going to see if I can save the trellis with the beans. If not, no, I can't, because these beans are actually growing in the pot that I'm going to put my raspberries in. I'm gonna use that pot, so I'll try to save probably these beans. These, I can't even pronounce what the name of them is, and I have not tried them yet because they're new. And I don't know how half of them are dying like that. Like, how is this happening? That's a mystery. Oh, maybe when I was taking down the other plant. Okay, I'm getting distracted. Let me check the chat again, because I gotta hurry it up out here. Mike said, I got a spider stick too. Yep, a spider stick. That's exactly what it is. Because them webs be getting on my nerves. Last year I had one so strong nearly couldn't break it. Yeah, that's them big garden spiders. I know them webs. Yeah, I know she wasn't happy. Wife walked into it. Yep, I sure will sweep for them good webs. Uh-oh, I almost knocked my camera off. Okay, I gotta go over here and grab um my raspberries. And these are Arctic raspberries. They do not have thorns, which is why I prefer them. I did have a couple of raspberry canes out here, but yeah, from moving, my plants did not appreciate it. I lost raspberries, blackberries, apple, and a couple more plants. And girl, you is a very yellow. Like, what's going on with you yellowing like this? I might have to go in there and see. But for now, look at all these beans. Lord, I gotta get them. Because, yeah. I'm coming for y'all. But right now, I'm trying to avoid these webs on this side and grab I need to get my tree collars from back here too. Oh, my poor yarrow over there burning up, y'all. Oh, and y'all too. I think that's what it is. It's got to be the sun. And look at the bee came out. Bee came out with it. Hold on. Did you fly away? I hope so. And I gotta save I be coming up on y'all just in the nick of time, don't I? What is you? Is you a pokeweed? I don't want you. You coming out of there. Onion. Okay, so everything else is good. I did not bring my snips. Let me grab those. Marigolds, okay. So yeah. This is my pot of Arctic raspberries. And this marigold, onions, I'm not sure if I planted all this. I know I did not plant that pokeweed for sure. But I'm going to clean it up and I'm going to put it in a bigger pot. This is, look at him. Bro. Really, bro? Sis, whatever you is. But like I was saying, I'm going to plant it in that pot right there because it's bigger than this pot for the winter time. And I'm transitioning my my plants right now because I want them to kind of have some established roots before the soil start freezing in the pots. So let me see where I'm at with this tarp and stuff too, and hopefully y'all will be able to see. It looks like I'm in a good area. I can back up some, but at the same time I would rather be where I can see, because I can't hear nobody saying watch your back, watch your back. Nope, that ain't what I can hear, but I can see better. So yeah, I think this way will be better. And that way, I can keep my eyes open, or should I say eyes front. And this is some of my soil mix concoction in here to aerate the soil. I have vermiculite, perlite, pumice, and a little bit of fruit fertilizer, because it is a fruit. Check the chat again before I continue on. No, I just speak for ribs. Okay, I've seen that. Bruh, yep. Yeah, you tell these hood cats. Official Jamia, or I'm sorry, Jamia. Jamia. Yeah, I think that's correct. I'm hoping I'm correct. Good morning. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. I'm getting ready to have a plant party for my Arctic raspberries. Uh-oh, I forgot I had some stuff on here already. Ooh, don't fall off, y'all. I'll fix it in a minute. Or should I say, matter of fact, I can put that on in a pot with somebody real quick. Because that's exactly why I brought it out here. Who can I give it to you? There you go. And I could have put it in the one on the bottom. Oh, good, it ain't even come out. Yeah. Okay, I need to clean you off because you're holding me up. Okay. That's good enough for now. Because I got to get her done. So, I'm hoping I don't get attacked by no spiders over here and nothing else because it's a whole lot of insects over here. From praying mantises to mosquitoes, apparently. Spiders. Okay, so where do I start? Oh my goodness. I want to take this down because it is housing these pole beans. And I ain't got a lick of scissors. My apologies, y'all, but I gotta go get some scissors because I didn't bring any. Let me check the chat right quick again before I go. Okay. Maybe I'll grab two here. Because you never know what I might need a different pair for. But I'm going to try the snips for because I got a zip tie holding up this bag on the trellis. And I forgot to look and see. My fault, y'all. If y'all can see what I'm doing because I did that the last time and I did a whole bunch of stuff and ain't nobody seen nothing. So I get y'all closer. Sorry. But all this angle getting, this is why live is something different. But I get used to it, I guess, because it saves me from editing videos. And yep, people been getting on me because I ain't been putting them out. But hey, you know, this is easier. That's my excuse. At least I'm doing something. Oh, I get you. Okay, and you too, apparently. And how much time do I got a lot of wraps and ties. Oh, there's some little bitty melons on here too. I wonder if this is that Y melon. Y-W-A-H melon. Y Maiblo or it's a Asian melon. Anywho, I'm thinking. But it's a couple of little deformities up here that looked like they was trying to do something. But they ain't gonna do nothing now because it's about to go down. Or should I say they about to come down off of here. Uh-oh, I hope I wasn't blocking y'all view. Maybe I'm out the way, but I got work to do. I mean, it was melons all up and down here. And you looking like I'm finna try you because I see a tendril now and it is dry. So I'm gonna save you. Matter of fact, let me go and snap you off. Dang, you strong, girl. But yeah, this melon right here, I'm thinking it's an Asian melon. It didn't get very big, but I only planted 2 of them over there, and the other one was, I'm trying to think, what was it? And then I said, no, I better not grow this right now. Teagsy gave it to me, as a matter of fact. What was those melon seeds she was, anywho? Yeah, I had them in there, and then I put these in there instead. And it's hard, too. So, I don't know how much this one is supposed to weigh either, but I'm going to try it and see. But it's hitting for 2, and hopefully I get 2 deliciously sweet surprises in one day, because I will be eating that when I go back indoors. And I'm getting this trellis. I'm going to take this trellis and put it, I'm going to get this trellis and put it in another pot for the winter time, because I need to hold up my fabric cloths. And these are the trellises I use, so it don't go to waste. Or should I say, I don't have to break it down. I can just continue to use it. And it looked like I can take this whole thing out now, maybe. And it's looking like eventually, after all this time, I might be getting some new trellises. Because these are fading. And I only had 1 rust so far, but I have been using, and then I left the stuff. Okay, it's over there. In the rain and everything, I've been leaving them out here. I haven't been taking them down because in the wintertime, I use fabric cloth to keep them warm. And then come the summertime, I got to put up my mesh screens to keep them protected. Yeah, so it's beneficial for me to leave them up than keep on taking them up and down. Let me check the chat while I'm passing by. Oh, this is a weird angle. Like, what you looking at? I can't see. Hold on. It ain't like I can't move it. I don't know why I'm doing all that bending. I am not an acrobat. Last year I had 1. Okay, I seen that. Scrolling. Good morning, the Fresh Princess. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Good morning. Life with Tasharia. Or Tasharia. Girl, my apologies, because, no, that ain't right. Tasharia. Yeah, that's better. At least it sounds better. Good morning, Brampton Gardner. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. I don't know where I was getting that R from. Like, what? I can't read. Happy Wednesday, the Fresh Princess. Yes, it is. Wednesday indeed. Now, I don't know where I was with the camera, but good grief. Hopefully this is good. Right here. Now, how come the chat is staying up now? Whereas before, I had to touch and scroll. I am not complaining because it's going to do what it's going to do. And that's what it's going to do. But I'm cleaning out this area. And I'm cleaning up this tower here. Or should I say I'm taking it down because I'm transitioning a lot of my plants for the winter into bigger and better pots because I got to cover them up out here with the fabric cloth. Wait, is it a fabric cloth? I don't recall. I know it's a winter protection cloth. How about that? Yeah, that's exactly what that is. So I can save these beans because they're on this pole. This is the pole that I disconnected from the eggplant when I said it's not broken. And I think I'm gonna stick it back over there. I can't put it in the same spot, but nah, I can get it close. Woo! Okay, now I got an itch. Ain't it amazing how you be itching when you got your gloves on? Yes, it is. All right, now I can get to, look at this little guy down here too. With his little form self. And is that a cucamelon? How? Look at all those roly-polies. Lord, ew. Earwigs, ew. Y'all over here in this corner having a field day. Okay, so are you a melon or are you there? Yeah, you are. How did a cucamelon get over here? Child, yeah, because it's so much stuff. I don't understand. This is the cucamelon vine. Oh, yeah, let me show y'all that too while I'm over here. Cucamelon vine. Oh, it's a bunch of these. And they all hard. I'll bring some to show y'all. But they all up and down here. I'm thinking this is part of this Asian melon. Uh-oh. That was unfortunate. But these funny looking melons, I think they part of the Asian melon. But this is a cucamelon. Yeah, that's what that is. And I don't know how that got over there. And then, let me show y'all this. I don't know who all have grown these, mouse melons, cucamelons, Mexican gherkins, whatever you want to call them. I don't know if anybody has ever grown these before, but this was my first season all the way to fruition, and they were delicious. But this is the pot that I grew them in, and what I discovered is it's coming back. I had cut it back all the way down, the yellow, because it's getting cold here. And I know it wasn't going to survive the winter. And I put it over here because I was coming back to it later. The reason I was coming back to it later was because when I dug around in the soil, let's see if I can see it. Maybe it's on this side. Okay, yeah, I see you full of water. When I dug around in the soil, you see that bump? That is a rhizome off of, child, what is we talking about? The cucamelon. Good grief. But a rhizome lets me know that this plant can come back again, and it's probably a perennial in some zones. So, yeah, learn something new all the time, and that's what I learned about growing this cucamelon here, mouse melon, whatever you want to call it. And it's growing more shoots on the side. I'm going to remove those too. Yes, I am, because it's a whole rhizome from this plant under there. And this is one of the plants that I'm going to take indoors for the winter. One of a couple. I'm hoping I don't have to do too many. And I know for a fact that I'm taking my purple cayenne in if I don't take nothing else, because I don't want to wait for no another pepper seed to germinate. It take too long. My apologies. I'm trying to get y'all back on the tripod here. Let me check the chat. Happy hump day, Mike. Good morning, Kenneth Wilkerson. Yeah. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Gardening with Lady Cheryl. Good morning. Thank you for scrolling through. I'm watering my garden. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time. Just grow with me. Good morning. Thank you for scrolling through. Right now, I'm taking down this pot and trellis, and I'm going to up pot my Arctic raspberries, to which I don't even know if I have both varieties anymore. I have moved those plants around, but this is going to be their final resting place in this pot right here, because I want to get them established before the winter. It is ground cherries in here and everything. So once again, it's a little nippy out here, and my allergies are causing me to drain. And I apologize for all the sniffing and face wiping, but that's what's going on here. And these vines are not going to waste. I'm going to chop and drop them, or should I say chop and drop and mulch them around other plants. Po beans. I don't know what you were, but, and look at me being protective. I can just snatch it right on out of here, but I'm unwinding it all off of the trellis. Maybe I'm trying to see if I can get the root, put it in another pot. Yeah, cause why not? Ain't got no beans on it yet. It ain't flowering yet, and it's a whole lot of roly-polies and earwigs over here in this corner. Ooh, that's a thick root. Yeah, I probably done snapped it. I heard a lot of snap, crackle, pop, so we just gonna go ahead and get this up out of here. Oh, so that's what a bad one look like, huh? It's yellow. Duh. Okay, so, girl, what is this? Oh, that's is that the bean plant? It is. It has hooked on to my currants over there. Okay. Oh, whoa. Be careful, girl. We're going to have to. And you a thick one, too. Hold on. I got something for you, honey. Because what you ain't going to do is knock my stuff down. Okay, so I got that. And I don't want to leave that marigold in there either, because that pot of raspberries already has marigolds. And pardon me, I'm about to blow my nose and check the chat at the same time. I apologize because I can't stand dripping. Check the chat again. Good morning, Miss Cheryl Norris. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. And I'm coming up on, I need to move faster. So, I'm hoping to have this done in the next few minutes, because I'm sure people got things to do, just like I do. And try. Ooh, excuse me. I hope you stay up there, honey. Don't fall. No. I can see you crashing down on my strawberries, and now I'm looking crazy because I know I shouldn't have had you up there. And there are a lot, and that's because a lot of bugs in here of this pine bark mulch too, which, yeah, I'm glad it's almost out of here. And child, that is another ground cherry. Oh, I forgot to show y'all my harvest when I was in there, but I harvested a lot of ground cherries. Right now, I'm cleaning out this pot, trying to decide whether or not I'm going to put my raspberries in here from looking at all this insect activity, because I don't have a way to switch this soil out. But I'm thinking, oh yes, I'm good. I got some beneficial nematodes, so yeah, I'm gonna keep it pushing. Yes, I believe in my product because I know it works. So beneficial nematodes for the win. And what I'm gonna do is just go in here and mix the soil up. I can bring y'all down so y'all can see what I'm talking about. I know y'all probably seen insects crawling around before, but hey, it's part of the content. Yeah, all this insect activity, and I'm gonna blame it on those pine bark nuggets, because yeah, that's what happens. They breaking it down. I ain't mad, but at the same time, I don't want them to eat my only I'm trying to get my phone back up here. Come on now. I'm trying to get my phone back up here. There we go. But at the same time, anyway, I lost my train of thought about my soil in my pots. Did I get y'all back right in a good spot? I can't tell. Let me check the chat again while I'm doing all this back and forth. I don't see anything. Good morning. Thank you guys for speaking to each other. And if you have not clicked that like button, thumbs up or down to let YouTube know how you feel, please do. It kindly helps support the channel. Thank you kindly. Bees and everything is coming out again. So I'm going to, this is all just wood and stuff. I'm looking for my, I thought I brought my, see, it's falling. Child, I ain't got my shovel out here either. What is going on? Oh, it's way over there. Hang on 1 second, y'all, because I need to bust up some stuff. Let me grab the rest of this while I'm over here. This is not, I'm never on time, but that's okay. I'm getting it done. And what I'm doing now is loosening up this soil, breaking it up, and I'm going to mix in some stuff that I brought to loosen up this soil, because this pot has grown a lot of plants over a couple of seasons. And yeah, I have not been to the bottom of this pot, and this is where I'm going today. Because this soil, I'm sure I brought fertilization out here because it doesn't have any, I'm sure. That's what I meant to say. But okay, here's the bottom, and it does not have, wow, it's been out here that long, because I keep weed fabric in the bottom of my pots so that the roots don't grow through the bottom of the pots. And Apparently I started doing this after this one because there is no weed fabric in the bottom of this pot. What I'm going to do, knowing that, is I was not prepared to see that, but I have my mix. I don't want to put it all on the bottom. Is that an onion? Oh no, that is a piece of that wood. But yeah, I'm just gonna have to loosen it all up with what I got because it appears to be loose as I get down to the bottom. It's not compacted like the other pots that I was doing. And I'm gonna leave that plug in there at the bottom for a wick. I'm not gonna dig it out because I'll just have to fill it back up anyway. And the plug at the bottom of the pot, I don't know if anybody knows this or not about these pots, but I show it every time. These containers, self-watering pots like this, they have a wicking system at the bottom right here, and you fill the hole, or should I say, you fill that up with soil so that it touches the bottom of the pot and it wicks the water up into the pot. And let me check the chat while I'm here. And if you just throw it on the top, or should I say, if you just throw the soil on the top of those grates on the inside, which is meant to wick the water up, it's going to take a long time for the water to wick because it's not going to have a solid foundation to wick. That's why you should plug that hole with soil. And I'm always in a bad position to try and read this chat. I'm scrolling. And draining. I can't see. Okay, I'm being nosy, y'all. I'm trying to read the chat too. I guess I'm supposed to be doing that. Shawnee, 2003. Good morning. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. And now I'm touching the screen again, trying to scroll when before I was looking at it and it was just there. Oops, I forgot. I just stopped to hit the like button. Thank you, Miss oh Lord. Thank you, Gardening with Lady Cheryl. I appreciate your time. Everyone I missed. Okay. Oh, Six Bows is back. Good morning. Thank you for scrolling through. Blues Clues. Good morning. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Scrolling. I'm through. I'm to the bottom. Good. Okay, what that say? I just missed it. Hi. It's your... I can't see. Oh, it's your chat. Oh. I don't know what that means. But yeah. Down here. And y'all can't see. What is it? Why is it so big? Lord, was it like that for a long time, y'all? Was y'all even seeing anything? Good grief. That's unfortunate. My apologies. I had no idea. Or I wonder if it's because I've been touching this crazy screen. But anywho, moving right along. My Arctic raspberry. Let me mix up this soil. And it appears to be dry in here, so that plug should be wet also, because that's how it starts the wicking the water is all the way over there. That's how it starts the wicking process, from wetting that little plug in the middle of the pot with the soil right there. And the soil is not damp. It just looks like it is. So I'm wetting it, and then I'm going to add my soil mixture and mix the soil and get my raspberries into this pot. And once again, I'm using my mineral base to aerate the soil, perlite, vermiculite, um, pumice, and I have some soil amendments also added in here because there is no fertilizer basically in my soil because it's been out here for a long time. But I do fertilize quite often because of the fact that my plants have been out here for so long, or should I say in these containers for so long. And I don't know what that was, but it gotta go. It's pretty vibrant. Okay, so let me move this and grab. Ooh, there's a lot of other polys out here. Grab the plant. And okay, so this is going to be difficult. I'm gonna have to fill this up first and clean the plant up once I get it back in the pot, because it looks like it's a bunch of new growth on my Arctic raspberries, and it's looking more single plants than one clump, if that makes any sense. And it's a lot of them. And oh, my knees ain't what they used to be. So I'm finna put half of this in here and see how much space I need for those raspberries. And I'm at half right now. So I'm gonna have to, and these are 2 different varieties, allegedly. The reason I say they are allegedly is because it started out 2 different varieties, but I had to keep moving them, and I'm not sure if I got both of them. But one of them is the Arctic Raspberry Beta, and the other is the Arctic Raspberry Sophia. And they've been growing in the same pots ever since I had them. And I just keep moving them to bigger pots. I'm checking the chat while I'm here, scrolling. I have 2 wicking pots. I don't know how to use it, but it always be moist. Now I understand. Thank you. Anytime, Miss Cheryl Norris. And a lot of wicking pots work differently. And I have like a couple of different varieties that I am enjoying. I use fake inert soil and hydroponic solution. You know how to make it work, Mike. That's what you know how to do. Dry top and bottom watering mean gnats. Oh yeah, it could. Having roly-poly, aka pill bugs, is a great thing. For some, I don't particularly care for them. Cause yeah, I don't know what kind of roly-polies I got, but they be eating through my fabric pots and whatever they can get through. On my way past my bedtime. Okay, Mike's Chaotic Garden, thank you for scrolling through. Rest well, easy. Or rest well. That's exactly what blues. Okay, sis. They're a crustacean. They are a great decomposer who enriches the soil. Okay, blues clothes. Are you talking about them roly-polies? Yeah, I understand. I am just not a fan. Some insects I'd be okay. I'd rather deal with, let's say, ants. Because, yeah, I just would rather. My glove is stuck. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Okay, so we are almost done. I'm getting the plant out right now. And the reason I'm taking, I'll show you better than I can tell you what I'm talking about versus taking it off. But I'm going to have to try and get it because there are a lot of single growth versus it being one point, one plant like the marigold. I can easily distinguish. Yeah, let me get this marigold. But with these Arctic raspberry small canes, I cannot. So I'm going to have to probably take off the whole top. Look at that spider. Ah, child. Let me put this pot down and get to getting this thing up out of here right quick. Well, no. Let me go in and get the plant. Get the plant, girl. We got to get it out of the pot in order to get it in the new one. So, ooh, I heard a snap, crackle, and a pop. I'm thinking that might be that marigold. And right now, I'm just going along the edge because, like I said, I could not get the plants out individually. And I'm loosening up the edge of the pot to remove the plant. I hope. Yeah, it's coming out slowly. Okay, there we go. Ta-da! And this has a bunch of earwigs in the pot. And the bottom of, and I hope I don't get no earwigs crawling up my arm, but I will show y'all how I line my plants. This is the bottom of the Arctic raspberries. This is the weed fabric, or whatever you want to call it, that I put at the bottom, and I just take it off before I upplant the plants. And depending on how much root mass is at or around it, and this seems to be more on the sides versus the bottom, even though it looked like it was more on the bottom looking at that. I don't need to remove anything, and I'm going to plant the whole root ball. Look at that. Yeah. Ooh, I hope ain't nothing crawling on me. And that's a good size. I don't want to take it down too far in the pot because I got to leave some room for some mulch. And now I just got to backfill after I clean it up. So let me clean it up first because I can drop whatever I chop back into the pot. I'm just checking my position to make sure that I'm close enough because, yeah. Maybe if no, I'm not going to do that because that's going to take too much time. But, yeah. Sorry I don't have time lapse for this part, but I need to. Actually, I can clean it after I get it in here just so I can go ahead and continue to move on. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead on and finish putting it inside of the container. And then I'll clean it up after I'm done. Because usually I'll clean it up while I'm working. But, yeah, I ain't got that type of time to do. Not today on here. Scrolling. Rest well, Mike. I seen that. Mine are the gray ones that you have on the ground. The gray ones that you have on the ground. Oh, self-watering pots. Okay. So they don't have holes in the bottom, Miss Cheryl? Now entering. Okay, no, that ain't what that says. Now earwigs. They are made holes in my bell peppers. Dang, Blues Clues. That's awful. And them gets on my nerves too. Golden time of day. Good morning. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Set apart gardens. Good morning. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Y'all tap that like button. That's right, Set Apart Garden. Because if you have not, click that thumbs up or down to let YouTube know how you feel. Please do. Thank you kindly. Your support or your participation helps support the channel. So back to my raspberries here. And like I was saying, I'm going to go ahead on and put it into a bigger container because it needed to be. And I don't know why I just did that because I meant to put it down here and not on the root ball. But anywho, here we are. And yeah, that's what I meant to do. And now I'm going back, fill this and remove the brown once I get done. Is that an onion? It is. And I'm not worried about everything that's in here. All this wood and stuff is from old plants and things. I used to use wooden forks for labels, which turned out not to be a good idea because they broke down really fast. And I don't know how I just got to the top that quick. That's impossible. Oh, yeah, it's in there. So I guess that's extra. I'm making sure that there is enough soil, to which there's actually more than enough because I didn't take too much off of the raspberry pot. I just took a majority, my knees, out of the this pot. And this pot is bigger and sturdier than the pot it was in. Well, I'm not going to say it's sturdier. Well, yes, I am, because I've had this one a number of seasons, and that little pot is new. It's only been out here 2 seasons, so I can safely say this pot is bigger and sturdier for now, because it's been out here the longest. And I did not bring any mulch out here, but that's okay. I'm going to use Oreo poop, and I so want to get in here and get this stuff off, but I don't want to be long with your time, so yeah, I'll do this once I am free of the camera, because that just takes a lot. And I'm gonna leave the marigolds in there just like they are hanging, because that's what they were used to being. Clean this up and remove anything that shouldn't be here, like this pokeweed that's about to come out, because yeah, I don't want that. And let me check the chat again. All I have to do is mulch the Arctic raspberries, and I think that'll be all, because yeah, that'll be all for today. I have to run an errand. I enjoy listening. Take care. Thank you, Lady Cheryl. I appreciate you scrolling through. Enjoy your day. Girl, you working? Yeah, I know it. I'm tired. I do not know why. I am getting winded out here. Scrolling, just looking, reading the chat, seeing what's going on, as well as drying up my good sinuses. Oh, and it's been an hour, yeah, so I did that just in the nick of time. So basically, I'm just going to be taking off this stuff right here that I'm thinking this happened from watering overhead as well as the sun, because I took off my shade cloth, or should I say I took down my shade cloth. Yeah, because it's getting cold out here. And I'm getting some more eggplants. Like, I had a whole bunch of eggplants off of this eggplant. And the reason I did not cut it all the way down is because those beans were climbing up. And I can't pronounce the name of these beans, but it starts with a B, like blah or blah to hide or something like that. But I haven't tried them yet, but I will. Try to see. Oh, there we go. Check this chat again. These bees. You know, I couldn't even see it. I gotta clean up my mess. Scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. When, okay, I can't see that. Let me give it a second. When the raspberries wake up next spring, they'll go into bloom. I hope so, because I am ready for them raspberries. I done had them raspberries about 2 seasons now. So yeah, this is gonna be season 3 for them. And what had happened was I had them planted with my thornberry at first. Thornberry? What is a thornberry? Child, I just be making up stuff, because I had a thornless blackberry. That's what I had. A thornless blackberry that it was planted with, and it did not make it. The thornless blackberry didn't. And it looked like my raspberries was not going to make it either. So I took it out of the pot and I put it in a pot of its own, and it started doing really good. Then I had to move it over there in the corner, and is that a melon? There it is. That is simply ludicrous. But I'm finna show y'all what I just see down here, because what had happened, I lost a melon, and I was like, I know I had like 3, but I only took 2 in the house, and here it is. I found it. It rolled underneath. So I'm gonna get that and that other melon too. But yeah, I just gotta do that so I know to pick that up when I'm going in, because I was looking for that melon. It's been out here for about 2 days. Anywho, I'm gonna check the chat again. Wow, thornberries. I know I just be making up words and that ain't even make no sense, but I knew what I was talking about. But somebody would have been Googling that like, what in the heck is that? And it is not a real thing, but it could have been turned out something real. I don't even know. Nada's Nest, good morning. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. My raspberry struggles, and they are in ground 5 feet away from my blackberries. Yikes! That's unfortunate. Hopefully they pick up and pick up well and give you a bountiful harvest. All right, y'all. The sun coming up now. People going to work and going to school. And it's time for me to continue on growing and clean up this good mess. So, peace and love, my gardening comrades. Heal thyself. It can be done. I'm out. Enjoy your day, everyone.